What's up, everybody? I'm Novo coming at you with another one. I had a request to have a look at Nvos, Novo Integrated Sciences. I see what you did there. So, in order to fully see price action, you got to zoom out and see the whole thing first. And this clearly has had um, some splits because the trend is constant diluting with lower ultimate highs. So as we zoom in, let's look at weekly for a sec. Auto. Yeah, and every peak is like orders of magnitude smaller than the previous one. And it continues. Okay, so we'll go to daily. And we have how many splits? So that's a 110. So your dollar is now worth a dime. There's one here, 120. Holy. So a tenth of 1/20th. I think there's only two splits. Okay. Not sure what they do. I'm just looking at the chart. And we do see that every now and then it does spike. So I guess we're trying to figure out when the next spike is and when the next support level is. And we can see here this spike hit previous support. So again, it's the same adage, right? Past support becomes future resistance. Did that happen here? Pretty much. Um, well, you get the drift. Anyway, let's look at what's going on here. Are we going up? Are we going down? What are the numbers saying? Looks like the argument is just about to start. We'll zoom in a little more. The reason for that is we've been slowly digging through all this volume, but we closed under where the biggest argument is, and now we got to start looking at support lines below. I'm not sure if we can go. There we go. Now we're starting to see where the last argument was. Let's go to hourly. I mean, this looks like a descending triangle too, but it's got a bit of an angle on it, so it could be misleading. I'm not confident with triangles like that unless they are absolutely flat. Then we know that they're losing ground, right? And we're basically arguing where we were here. We do have a gap fill, and the next price volume that we'd be looking at is around $1.79. So let's put in a horizontal price level there. So that could be an argument for support. It doesn't quite fill the gap. But if we look left, that was a portion of support in the past. And if we move up, that might be the next bounce. Right around, come on, 2. So maybe another zigzag as we continue down, perhaps. But I'd be more comfortable here. And it could be we spike up and come down, but we don't know. Let's try a Gan fan. So we do see like the harmonic here, right? Price drop there, price drop there. Looks like maybe sideways before it tries to go there. And if we zero off, I'm not seeing anything. And if we use a GAN box to square off the range, I know a lot of people don't like when I do this because they say that's not what GAN was doing. Okay. So I'm hoping that I've got this in the right position. I mean, we're on the hourly, we're not seeing very much volume, right? So if there's no volume, I always favor the downside. There's no liquidity. So it would be easier to sell than it would be to buy without driving the price up. And I mean, that's pretty well squared off, right? We hit that angle of resistance 45 degrees from the right side of the box, like so. So we hit that resisted, kind of found support. It's just there's not enough candles to see how this is vibrating, but we can see a bounce, resistance, resistance, and now we close below. But we have a potential for support on this 45. So we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. This could be the triangle that's closing off that we mentioned before, right? So we've got that and that, and it's all aiming to around the $2 mark. So I think if you're planning to add your position, yeah, I mean it's always better to get it cheaper, but we've got to wait and see through price and time where the support starts. And it looks like we will see a convergence down around the $2 range. Um, and we can't deny, right? Low, lower low, lower low. We're waiting for the next lower low. And then we got high, lower high, lower high, lower high. You get the drift. The trend is to the downside, and um, we have not seen a sign of reversal to come up and challenge. And if we do, we try and be a bit conservative and figure half of the range before we see a pullback in that. So that might be our higher low when we see a reversal. Um, what do these guys do? I should have researched this before I did it. Finalized stock. Clinics, biotech. Okay. Oh, we integrated. Whatevs. So it's biotech, and we're waiting for a news release, and I don't know when earnings is, but it looks a bit sporadic here. So we'll go back to daily, and on the daily, that looks like it's the next stronger bar around the $2 range. So I'm thinking that might be the case. As you can see, this wound up a little different. So that should be there like that. I guess that's there. Okay, so yeah, I think that's the now we've got the angle of support headed this way. I don't like the way this chart writes itself right now, but between price and time, I think the argument and the general consensus will be down around here. And if so, we continue until we look left and see support. And like I said, like around the $2 range seems to be a good argument to start at. Could be a little lower with a dip, but yeah, this thing is selling off. All right, trade safe.